Stater, filed 25-93382 FH, for arraignment, and 24-93008 FH for probation violation hearing. Counsel, you want to state your appearances, please?
Jeremiah Buffalo Ward on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Mike Kogler, I am here this morning. I anticipate representing Miss Dax once the court signs an order appointing counsel.
Okay.
As you know, maybe you don't know.
I did hear that her counsel had passed away.
Yet. I can just approach with that. She's filled out the request for counsel. I reviewed it. I think she was certainly qualified.
And do you want this to include the new file and also the probation file then? You want me to add that on?
I represent her on the probation file already. This should be the new file unless I mixed up the numbers.
No, you got it. All right, thank you. So for purposes of arraignment, have you had a chance to review the charging document?
Yes, I went over that with Miss Dax last week.
You or she wish to have its allegations read?
No.
And how does she wish to plead to its charges?
Your Honor, at this time she'll stand mute.
Who will plead of not guilty on her behalf to the charges in the information of unlawful imprisonment, domestic violence third, interfering with electronic communications, vulnerable adult abuse. And there's a habitual second notice that's been filed. Is a forensic center referral requested?
No.
Estimated length of trial?
I would say 3 days, Your Honor. Hedging my bets.
And we can put it for docket call February 2nd at 9:40. And Mr. Vogler, do you want us to continue the probation matter as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
So we'll adjourn the probation matter 93008 to the same date and time. Schedule this for docket call and probation violation hearing February 2nd at 9:40 a.m. Anything further from the defense?
No.
The people?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll see them this time. And is Mr. West in the back?
He's the one at the jail, Your
He's
Honor.
gonna zoom. Ms. Fisher?
Yep.
Looks like this is two files, 21-93178 for a docket call, and 25-93385 FH for an arraignment. Counsel, you want to state your appearances, please?
Jeremiah Buffalo Ward on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Mike Vogler, I represent Randy Fisher in both files.
The new file for arraignment, have you had a chance to review the charging document with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you or she wish to have its allegations read?
We would waive the reading of it.
And how she wish to plead?
Your Honor, she'll plead not guilty.
Or a not guilty plea on the charges of, looks like a UDAA and a forged title. Is a forensic center referral requested?
No,
Estimated length of trial?
I would say a day.
Agreed, Your Honor.
Appropriate for docket call February 2nd at 9:50.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Vogler, would you like the other matters scheduled for the same date and time then?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything further from the defense? Anything further, Mr. Vogler?
No.
Anything further, Mr. Virgo?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, Ms. Fisher. This is file 25-9374FH. Counsel, you want to state your appearances for the record?
Jeremiah Buffalo, work on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Christopher Parks on behalf of Mr. Goddard, who stands to my right.
We're here for sentencing on a charge of felon possession, 5-year maximum, 0 to 11 guidelines range, and domestic violence, a 93-day misdemeanor. Have you had a chance to review the pre-sentence report and recommendations, Mr. Parks?
I have, Your Honor. I went over them. I took a copy to the jail, went over those with my client. The only issue we had, Your Honor, was to the amount of jail credit. There should be an extra 6 days on there, Your Honor. He should have a credit of a total of 70 as he was arrested before the actual offense date. He spent 5 days in before the date of offense of 10.
Well, hang on a second. The offense occurred on 3/10. How would he get credit for time prior to when he committed the crime?
Your Honor, the offense actually occurred 5 days prior to that. He was incarcerated for those 5 days. He wasn't actually arrested until the actual date of 3/10, which is listed on the report.
Well, it says he was arrested 3/25.
Second time, Your Honor.
Mr. Virgo, you want to help me out here?
Your Honor, there was an issue of evidence relative to the firearm that was not discovered until after the initial arrest on regular domestic violence.
So he spent 5 days on that?
I don't have the number in front of me, Your Honor, but I take counsel at his word, and I know that he did spend some time on that before that.
All right, so you have no objection to him getting credit for that time?
It would be appropriate, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll amend it then to
It should be 70, Your Honor.
70 days. Okay. All right, any other additions, corrections, or scoring challenges?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
Mr. Virgo from the people?
Significant, Your Honor. I don't believe the probation department had the benefit of the knowledge of the post-plea, pre-sentencing contact with the victim in this case that makes the basis for the show cause. The people request that we adjourn the sentencing based on that because there is significant chance that constitutes post-plea misconduct and would impact the sentencing agreement in this. Further, Your Honor, I do believe that I only have transcripts of those calls right now. I do not have the actual audio yet, but based on those transcripts, I do believe that some new charges would potentially be forthcoming.
Well, there wasn't a sentencing agreement though.
We bandied about a lot, Your Honor. I might be missing on that, but still, I do believe that the content of those.
So you want to address the alleged contempt before we decide on the sentence?
Yes, Your Honor. I do believe that it is directly germane to the sentencing as.
Well, let me explain on that then, because that was one of my questions is, well, we're here for sentencing. Do you want me to just dismiss that? But apparently not. So Mr. Goddard.
Yes, sir.
It's alleged that you are, who are you looking at back there?
My wife, sir.
Do it
Didn't say
again.
anything. All I did was turn around. I'm sorry.
Do it again and we're gonna have major problems. Mr.
Okay.
Eyes up on me.
Sir.
It's alleged that you're in contempt of court for violating court orders by having contact with your wife and attempting to influence her with her testimony. That would constitute a contempt of court. The prosecutor is considering whether to charge you with additional crimes. From the eyes up at me.
I'm looking.
On the contempt, I could give you 93 days in jail or $500 fine, $7,500 fine, or both.
Yes, sir.
Also, of course, that would impact what I might want to do on the sentence here that you're standing in front of me for. You have the right to have a hearing on that allegation where your contempt would need to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt, and the right to the assistance of your lawyer. I'm going to enter a not guilty plea for you. I don't want you to plead guilty to a contempt or anything because the prosecutor's thinking about new charges. So we'll enter that as a not guilty plea. And Mr. Parch, wants to schedule that then for a contempt hearing, sir?
I guess, Your Honor, yes. Yeah.
So let's schedule this for a contempt hearing February 2nd at 11 a.m. I don't want you looking anywhere to the side or behind. February 2nd at 11 a.m., contempt hearing and continued sentencing. Let's get Mr. Goddard out of here.
Yes, Your Honor.
If I may, Your Honor.
Welcome to.
Yeah,
The people request no phone privileges while in jail except for religious claims.
granted. Phone privilege is revoked except to his lawyer. Submit an order to that effect.
Yes, Your Honor.
25-93366FH. For docket call, counsel, you want to state your appearances, please?
Chairman, I will forward on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, Mike Vogler representing Sean Hart.
And we're here for a docket call, and it looks like we are scheduled for jury trial in 2.5 weeks, Thursday, January 22nd. Is that still our plan, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, the witness and exhibit lists have been exchanged. I take it then. Any pretrial issues that we need to address today, Mr. Vogler?
Yes, there is an evidentiary stipulation. The stipulation is that none of Mr. Hoffman's responses to police questioning that occurred from the time he was arrested doorsteps of the house till time he was provided Miranda, which occurred in the police car. Those responses would not be admitted. There would be another statement in which this was after Miranda, but in which Mr. Hoffman indicated or that he was a convicted felon. That would not be admitted. And there was another statement that he made while being booked, again in a back and forth with the police officer, to the effect where he mentioned that he had been a prisoner. I think those statements of his would not be admissible. There are multiple body cams. I don't anticipate the prosecutor is going to be introducing body cam footage of situations where the police are simply talking to each other. Things I don't think any of.
So, Mr. Wirgo, you agree that the statements that Mr. Vogler outlined are not going to be admitted during trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you have clarity on what those statements are?
I do. We almost down to the word, Your Honor, and it's not my intention to actually introduce anything that has any audio of Mr. Hoffman's statements.
And in terms of any testimony about the statements, you'll instruct any of your testifying officers about the limitation that you've agreed to there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Any other evidentiary issues to place on the record?
No, Your Honor.
From the
Just that it has been recently disclosed that the defense might be seeking to amend their exhibit list relative to defendant's clothing at the time of arrest. I don't have any issue with that so long as there's no specialized use for them, some sort of where I would have to have a lab report or something like that, Your Honor. But if it's just what they look like, texture, things like that, I wouldn't have any objection to allowing the clothing to come in as an exhibit.
Okay. All right, anything further from the defense then?
No, Your Honor. And everything else.
From the people?
No, Your Honor.
You got anything? That's it? Well, thanks.
Okay. Okay, the 180-day rule, Mr. Hoffman, applies if you were a prisoner in the Department of Corrections, and so it's not applicable to a pretrial detainee in the county jail. You do have your trial scheduled.
It's MCL though.
Yeah. All right, so we've got your jury trial scheduled for January 22nd. We'll begin with jury selection at 9 a.m. sharp. I'll see counsel in chambers, say 8:30 or so. I'll be around and we can just touch base on where we're at. And Mr. Vogler, you'll make sure that Mr. Hoffman's arranged for street clothes.
Well, I've indicated that to him. He needs to. I guess I'll have that discussion again, but I'm assuming he has street clothes available to him, not in the jail presently, but someplace.
We'll make sure, Your Honor, we got jail closed down there.
Okay, and we'll have him, there's been no motion for any restraints or shackles, so you'll be in the courtroom unrestrained during the trial. Okay. All right, we'll see you then the 22nd, Mr. Hoffman.
That's right.